Okay, so what I'm doing here is I am trying out these Golden Open Acrylics, and I also have some open thinner that comes with the Open Acrylics in the kit, and I'm using some of that. And what I did was I just took some of the magenta color like that, and I have a little bit of this open thinner on here. It's kind of like a blending gel type thing, and I first painted on just with a large brush the magenta color. Okay, just did a coat of that. Alright, and I put a thin layer of this open thinner on first, just kind of in the area where I wanted the flower, so it went on clear, and then I came back with the magenta. And then for the center I went ahead and picked up a little blue with the magenta, and that will turn it into a violet. And I laid my brush flat, not on a chisel but flat, that way more comes off. And I just put in a little bit of that color up under the bowl of the flower here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is wipe my brush on a paper towel, and then I am going to clean it out a little bit in the water. Now the next thing I want to do is to get out some white. I'm going to come over the top of this with a little white. It looks like it's still wet, so we're just going to try this and see how we do here. Let me go ahead and load the brush here. Now this white is dragging, so I'm going to pick up a little bit of water and mix in with this so that it's loose. And I can feel it loose because it isn't dragging. I want it loose. Remember, these are a heavy body paint, so I want to paint a little looser. Now I don't really want my color to be stark white, so I'm going to come over here and pick up a little bit of this color, and let's go ahead and mix that in with a little bit of the white I have here, and it's still loose. Alright, we're going to start with our back petals back here, and again I'm going to start with these here. Now what I can do, let's see if I can kind of sketch this out here for you. This will be one of the front petals, and then you're going to have another petal here, and this is just a stylus here that I have. I'm going to come around here with this petal. I'm going to have petal come down right here, and you're going to have a front one, and then you're going to have a front one there, and then this will come around here and then around here like that. So that's going to be your sketch, and that was just with a little stylus. Now we can do that because it's wet. Okay, let's get these out of the way here so I can put my plate down here. Let's scoot this over like right there, and I will get my plate up here so that you can see it. There we go. Now I do want some of this thinner, or you can use a little bit of water with it too. So what I'm doing is I just want a thin mixture, and I'm going to start on these back petals back here, and I am just going to touch my brush to the back there. Now I feel this pulling, so I'm going to pick up a little more water and mix it into this here, like that. Touch and pull. Remember, we learn these strokes whenever we do our little poppies or whatever. I just wanted to, let's see, you're not going to see that. Let me turn it this way. So we're just going to touch and pull. I'm using a really big brush here. This is like a 3/4 wash brush. is what I call it. I do have a little petal up there, but I don't think I'll worry about that. Let's go in and let's do some petals here. And we'll come in and do one there, one here, one here. Okay. Now it's dragging on me when you feel your brush dragging. And just pick up a little more water. Okay, there we go. This one here, pull in your two little side petals. Remember, you want this to pull in, you want it to be smooth, so I'm picking up water as I go on the brush. And when this brush feels really dry and it starts dragging with me, that's when I pick up some water. Okay, just pull those in. Now we're going to do the front petals here. Okay, a little more paint, and I'm going to connect this one right there. Do kind of a little S stroke as you come in, and this one here, connect it to that one. Do a little S stroke right there. Yep. Come back in, and we can just swoop that right on down, right there. Make a little cut. Let's do a little edge on this here. There. You can add more petals to it if you want to. I'm going to put this one kind of in front of that one. But you can keep it very simple. Now see, I had some lavender on my brush, and I can bring some of that lavender up into some of these petals up here. Now another color I like to bring in is a little bit of blue. One of the colors I like to use is a pretty light blue. I like to just touch some of these petals. See how you just touch the edge of them with a little blue? It just really makes all the difference in your flower. And this technique works really well, especially if you use a bigger brush. Okay, let's connect that one to that. Come around, this one's connected right here. Okay, if you want to do a little ruffle, let's add a little white to that edge right there, and we'll just connect a little ruffle in there. Okay, connect another one. There we go. You can ruffle these as much as you want, or as little as you want. Okay, this one here, let's bring this one up like that. That way that one cuts in front of the other one, and I like it. I like it when it's uneven also. There we go. See how it's uneven on the edges? Yeah, so I like the unevenness of it. And this is just using 3 colors. We're just using magenta. We are using a blue, like an ultramarine blue would be good. And we are using a white color here. And remember, I softened the white down. Okay. And if you have a little area that is not showing up, you either have to make it lighter or you have to make it darker. That's your options. See, I added a little bit of purple on that. Okay, and then as you come in and you add a little deep center. Now I like using a dark center, so I'm going to pick up a little bit of the blue. I'm just going to tip and pat a deep center here. Okay, and let's go ahead and use a liner brush here. And what we can do is come in and we can put in some stamens in here. Let's see if this will show up. And I'm just using water. Let me tilt this a little bit. I want to make sure you can see it. And we're just going to put some stamens in here, like this. There we go. Okay, and then you can add a few little dots on there. Now these are some of the summer classes that I have going on. And if you would like to learn, you know, the poppies and roses, different things I have some summer flower classes for you that you can come in, and we can keep it really simple. We don't have to do a complete painting. If what you want to do is just study doing a pretty little poppy like this, we can just go ahead and do a little poppy like that. We don't have to do a complete painting if you don't want to. So anyway, I'm just showing you how you can do a cute little poppy. Hardly any trouble at all with just 3 colors. And you could do these with regular acrylics also. I just had some of these open acrylics, and what this means is that your extender is already in the paint for you. You don't have to mix it into your other paints like you would if you were going to use, you know, your regular bottled acrylic. It just means that they're already in here for you, and you just put them on your plate, and you just use some water or some of this open thinner, which comes in a kit when you buy the paints, and you're good to go. It will keep your surface wet for you so that you can do all these pretty little strokes. And I can see that that is still wet. When I tilt this, let me show you, when I tilt this, see the shine? That shine lets you know that this is still wet, and I can still go back in and do some things on this if I want to. Okay, so little things like this would be cute on cards or whatever you're doing. You don't have to spend a whole lot of time, but it's nice to just sit and practice and do some smaller items that you don't have to do a complete painting on. Okay, remember we use these open acrylics, so if you want to give them a try, I'll put a link below so that you can get them on Amazon. You can get a whole kit of them. You can try them out. They're water-based. They're not an oil-based. They're completely a water base, and they have some beautiful colors when you blend them all together. So anyway, thank you for joining me for this little quick video that I have here. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel so that you'll know whenever I do another video. Some of them be longer, some of them be shorter. Some of them have to do with my classes, and this one's just a little quick one so that you can see just doing a little summer flower, little summer poppy if you want to. Okay, if you have any questions, leave a comment for me. If you're interested in our classes or my classes, Zoom classes, just go ahead and Facebook message me, and I'll be glad to get back to you. We are taking sign-ups for the last part of June and part of July, and I will be having other paintings come up that you can do in those classes. So everybody, take care. Thank you, and until next time, bye for now.